I don't think we gave it a great deal of thought, other than we assumed that Eulalia would take 12 months, I would take my standard leave. But because Cassie came early, I was able to take, actually, I think it's probably 4 weeks in total. Seems a long time ago now, coming up to 5 years.
I think we just went with what we thought was the sort of norm to do. It's like, I take the 12 months, Martin takes his paternity leave, and that seemed
the right thing to do at the time. Once we were pregnant with Luca, I think we were aware that there was probably a few more options, and by then we'd kind of our childcare arrangements and what we were doing. Cassie was in nursery 3 days a week, and I'd gone to work compressed hours, which meant I had every Wednesday with Cassie and Eulalia. We went part-time and had every Friday, and so we kind of got into that rhythm. And so actually we did think a bit more about what we would do, rather than just assuming we would do what we've done before.
Because obviously since having Cassie, the shared parental leave opportunity wasn't there, so that was something new, and not without knowing too much about it, we were quite keen to sort of research it a bit more, see what might be an alternative this time round. So because I think we've tried to think back about what prompted us to kind of think about shared parental leave, and it's kind of difficult thinking when did it come into the conversation, but we knew there was this new option that wasn't available previously. We can't quite remember what the catalyst was, but we knew. I think it was just looking at this time round. It was about looking at different options. I think also you've got an older child as well to sort of in the equation, so trying to think all different scenarios and what might work for us. This is how you could do it, and the different options that are available to you. So as I said, we always thought you'd have to do like one person being with the kids on leave and then the other person, but then it gave other scenarios, even to the point where I remember being quite surprised, where it could be that I was off, then you were off, then I was off, ongoing for a year. So there were so many different ways that you could do it, and I think that was really important, because every family has very different circumstances and different things are going to work for them.
So I took off a week after my paternity, my 2 weeks. I had another week off as well. I guess in terms of before, I didn't think I would want to, actually. So whilst Nelly was pregnant, I didn't think, I'm going to want some of that paternity leave. I didn't necessarily think that. But I think after maybe a few months, I was joking. I was like, hey,
during it.
What about giving me a couple months of sharing it around? Kind of in jest, kind of serious, but then not really. But we did speak about it seriously, and I wasn't necessarily. I would probably be open to it if Snelly was open to it. I probably would have done it, but at the same time, I was like, do you know what? You do need that time. I need that time too, but I think Snelly needed that time, and I was around enough, and I felt comfortable that I was around enough and bonding. And for me, my most important thing was to make sure that they're okay. If that meant that Snelly's at home, I'm happy with that. I just want to make sure that they are both happy, fine, that my job is going well. So it wasn't necessarily like, I need some time. That would have been nice for me, but it might not have been what's best for the family unit.
Prior to having her, it was just this like, this new thing. It's just like, what is this? Shared parental leave? No, never heard of it. We discussed it, but it wasn't, I guess, the biggest of deals. Kind of there on the tables, kind of if you want it. It's like, it was more kind of take it or leave it, but not a massive deal. In that regard, we discussed it. We still spoke about it, but it wasn't anything that either of us were like, I really want this, or I don't, sort of thing.
I think it's quite a big thing to commit to before, without knowing what you're getting yourself into. So I think, especially for new parents, to commit to that before, there's quite a big step, and I think you both got to be sure that's what you want to do, and I think that's quite a hard place to be, actually, because you're going into this unknown. So, and I don't know the rules around shared parental leave, whether you can decide afterwards, whether you can at 4 months say, this is what I want to do. That should be, if it's not. So I think with us it was more like, actually we've got loads of other things to think about here. Let's just have a baby. Let's not worry about all that other stuff. Let's just have a baby first of all, and just try and, you know, make sure she's okay and we know what we're doing.
For us, we've been together a long time, 15 years this year, and I think actually for sort of having children was always very much a joint decision. In fact, I'd probably say Sam was more comfortable with the idea of having children before I felt comfortable with it. I mean, you grew up, your stepmom's a childminder, isn't she? Yeah. And so you grew up around small children.
Yeah.
And I think given that we've both always been quite work focused, so when we had Ro, it was kind of almost something we'd always said. Like when we started thinking about having children, I think even before shared parental leave was, we knew that was going to be a thing. We'd even before then, I think we'd always kind of liked the idea of sharing the leave. It was something that we were really keen to do.
And I was also brought up by my dad on his own for a little while. So for me, it's always been an ambition, if you like, to have some time off work to look after Rowan.
It's kind of our default, the idea of sharing it. I don't think I ever really, for me, felt that the leave was my leave. I think I always felt it was ours to share.
From us, from our perspective, you know, it was great. You know, we had a fantastic time, and for me to be able to be off and actually share those really, you know, formative early days, you know, with my son was just great. It's fantastic.
I think sometimes I sense, as a mother I should be doing everything, but knowing, you know, Martin's not just, you know, willing to help in emergencies, but just on a day-to-day basis, you're there, you're helping me, you're involved with the kids. It's just, you know, I couldn't have hoped for more for, you know, our family to have your support. And I think
Don't get all teary-eyed.
yeah, no. But it's just, you know, the shared parental leave was just an illustration that you absolutely are there. You know, I think it's fine, you know, when emergencies are happening and you need someone there to be around and you're there, but it's just your it's a level of commitment that you're illustrating here.